next we have our intern Priyanka, actually, back to introduce and chat to our next speaker. So let's just make sure everyone is on board. Yes. Hi, Priyanka again. I'm going to get out the way and let you do the talking. So yeah, see you at the end of this talk.
Yeah. See you, Joe. It was really nice hearing from Mr. Gazino right now. But transitioning into our next phase, into our next segment of Science Talks, joining us to talk about biofilm India from Amity University, India. She's Emin Fatima, who's doing her master's in microbiology from Amity University, star in her own right. So she has over 20,000 followers. She communicates about the interesting topics that she covers on her channels. But without further ado, I hand it over to you to talk about biofilms. Yeah. Emin, I think you're muted. If you could yourself, that would be great. Yeah, hi Emin, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's been really nice looking at all the so her account is Microbiotechnia on Instagram, where she has an incredible amount of followers matching her incredible resource of information that she rolls out. But yeah, Emin, if when you'd like to start, the floor.
Okay.
So while she shares her slides, yeah. Perfect.
Okay, I'm sharing my slides.
Perfect, Emin. So those of us who are those of you who are joining us from India, it's already quite late there, but thank you for staying online with us. And the previous talk, as you saw, was on COVID and about the effects of how COVID is developing, and there'll be more talks on the way. But in this session, the next one is from Santos, I guess. But in the meanwhile, Emin, if you'd like, we could put up the slides as well.
Just a minute.
No problem, Emin. Take your time. It's fine. Well, while you do, have you been catching up with the stream right now, or are you tuning in right now for your talk?
Actually, I'm not able to connect the slides. Can you put the slides for me?
Yes, no problem. I can do that for you. Just give me a moment. Yeah, then introduce yourself. While I draw up your slides in a moment. Okay. 1 second. What time is it in India right now?
It's 10:15 p.m.
It's 10:15. Yeah. So sorry we had to keep you up so late, but yeah, I hope you aren't too tired already.
No.
Yeah. So are you doing your master's second year, or like is this the final year, or are you done with the master's?
No, it's like it's about to complete 1 year left just.
That's nice. And are you doing a specific sort of specialization, or is it general microbiology?
It's general microbiology.
That's interesting. So how do you manage your time while maintaining that account? I saw there was a lot of information that's rolled out on a regular basis in your Instagram account. How do you manage the time for that?
Because I'm interested, so I'll manage. It's not very hard to manage actually. So I get time for searching for new things and post the familiar topics which people like to learn and to know about the basics first. So it will clear the concept and then you can start your things and everything. So it started like that.
How long ago did you start it, though?
I actually don't remember, but I was working in a lab, and all of a sudden I just
Yeah.
got this idea to put a page on Instagram, and I was working on a project. So that's how it started, and it's going on.
That's great. So can now look at your look at the slides that you put out and learn a lot about it. I do have your slides here. I'd like to get started with the introduction so that I can just while I start the sharing, or no problem. And you can just give me some cues when you want to change the slide. Is that all right?
Okay.
Great. Just give me a second. Did the idea for biofilms also come from there, or was it something that you were covering as one of your projects in class, maybe?
No, I mean, I was just writing a review paper. So on that side, there was a mentioning of the biofilm very much a lot, and it's a major concern also.
Okay, that's interesting, and I'm sure you can tell us more about it in detail now. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Can you see your slide?
Yes, I can see it.
Perfect. Is it okay if I leave it on this mode instead of a presentation? It'll just be easier for me to change the slides. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Perfect, great. Over to you, Kevin.
Okay. First of all, I'm very thankful to International Microbiology Day that they are connected with me and allow me to have this opportunity to present my topic in front of you all. So I'm starting with the topic biofilm because it's a major concern and it can found everywhere in the world and on every nature on every particular thing. The biofilm can form by many bacteria. So with starting with the introduction, next slide please. Okay, so what is biofilm? So biofilm are the collective type of microorganism which can grow on a different surfaces like metal, food, human body, any biological tissue, anything. It can grow on any different surface. These biofilm can form by bacteria, fungi, and protists. So we can see that these biofilms are present everywhere in the environment. And it was seen that the fossil evidence of biofilms are found 3.25 billion years ago, according to the 2004 article published in journal Nature Reviews Microbiology. Like for example, 3.2 billion years old deep sea hydrothermal rock of Pilbara in Australia is found, and these biofilms are also found in hydrothermal environment like springs and deep sea events. So according to the life science, biofilms are a collective of one or more type of microorganisms and can grow on different surfaces. That's the basic concept of biofilm to grow on different surfaces. Next slide. Next slide is about how its formation occur. So this diagrammatic representation is showing the formation of biofilm on any surface. So first the planktonic bacteria, which is a free living bacteria, attaches to the surface. So the first stage is attachment, second is addition, third is growth, and the fourth is release. These bacteria have high mobility, faster growth, higher virulence, ABX susceptibility, and demand for nutrients. So now we go for the deep study of these steps of formation of biofilm. Next slide. Okay, so the first step is biofilm formation is attachment. The very first step is attachment of the free floating bacteria on a surface by their roots, or you can say the bacteria has fimbriae, pili, and flagella. They get attached to the surface by the use of this locomotor activity, by the use of locomotor organs, and attached to the surface to form a biofilm. Now these attachment occurs when microorganisms produce a gooey substance which is known as extracellular polymeric substance. This is the main component of the biofilm which allows the stickiness to the biofilm and make the bacteria stick together for a very long time. You can say it acts as a glue. So this EPS is a network of sugar, protein, and nucleic acid. Now, when this attachment occurs, the second step is the growth of the bacteria. And they form layers and layers, and EPS build up on the first layer, that is a microcolony formation. So the second step is microcolony formation. This process occurs on a rough hydrophilic and coated surface will provide better environment because it has the critical level in flow of velocity, temperature, water, and nutrient concentration. And as I told that a locomotor structure on the cell surface is like flagella, pili, fimbriae, proteins, and polysaccharides are very important to provide the advantage in biofilm formation. So this microcolony formation takes place in bacteria when the after the attachment occurs to the physical surface. It can be any physical surface, biological tissue, your food items, your rocks under the sea, everywhere you can see the biofilm formation. So in this microcolony formation, the multiplication of bacteria started due to the release of chemical signals. We can come to this chemical signals part later. So these chemical signals, are very important for connecting the, please move to the fifth slide only. These chemical signals are important for the communication of bacteria between each other. So to activate the production of this biofilm formation colony, the genetic mechanism exopolysaccharide starts to activate when the intensity of signal cross certain threshold. By this way, and using of the chemical signaling process, bacterial cell divides and forms the microcolony formation with the exopolysaccharide matrix. It has a surface of a first layer, that is a microcolony formation. Next slide. Yeah. So the third step is formation of a 3D structure or maturation, or you can say a growth of biofilm. After this microcolony formation, there is some expression of certain biofilm related gene take place. These genes products are needed for the EPS formation, which is the main structural material of biofilm. This EPS are very very important structure for the biofilm formation, and it has some genes which make up these biofilm formation. I could not go into the deep of genes as of a shortage of time, so I am just explaining it to the basic. It is reported that bacterial attachment by itself, when a bacteria attaches to by itself, also triggers the formation of extracellular matrix. This matrix formation is allowed by water-filled channels, and it can transport the nutrients within the biofilm. Because to mature the biofilm, nutrients are very important. So they get these nutrients from the water channels, and the transporting of nutrients occurs through this. So researchers have proposed that these water channels are like a circulatory system, as we have a circulatory system. So for the biofilm, the water channels are the circulatory system, which is distributing different nutrients and removing waste material from the communities of microcolonies in the biofilm. Next slide. Next slide, please. Now, the very last step is detachment of planktonic bacteria. All this, after all the formation, attachment, adhesion, growth, and maturation, the last step is detachment. When the bacterial cell from the biofilm is programmed, detachment is a very natural pattern to detach from the surface. It occurs due to the mechanical stress of bacteria, and also in some cases it can occur when a bacteria stop producing the extracellular polysaccharide substance. So it allows the bacteria to detach into the environment, and again these bacteria come into its free floating phase, or you can say they come into their planktonic phenotype stage. So disposing of biofilm occurs either by detachment of new formed cells from the growing cell, means the detachment of new formed cells from the growing cells and the new formed cells will separate from each other, and the detachment occurs. The dispersion of biofilm aggregates due to the flowing effects or due to the quorum sensing. By these steps also the detachment can occur. So we are moving to the quorum sensing part, which is very important for the formation of biofilm. As I told you, some chemical signals. So this is the communication action of bacteria to communicate between each other and form a strong biofilm formation on the surfaces. So it's a system of stimulus to coordinate gene expression with other cells. So the gene expression with other cells, the one bacteria releases the quorum sensing to the other bacteria by some gene expression and allows to attach to them to form a biofilm. These quorum sensing can occur within the single species of bacteria or as well as different bacterial species. It can enable us to communicate between intra-species or interspecies. Which involves in terms of biofilm formation like food shortage, and environmental stress conditions such as disinfectants, antibiotics, bacterial colonization, and the identification of annoying species. These bacterial colonization have the establishment of normal intestinal flora as well as many prevention of harmful intestinal flora also shows the quorum sensing signaling to form a bacterial biofilm formation. Some clinically associated bacteria also use this quorum sensing for the regulation of collective production of virulence factor. When a biofilm forms, it has a very high virulence factors. That's why they become antibiotic resistant. So quorum sensing in a gram-positive bacteria occurs through a series of events. First is production, detection, and response to AIS. And the oligopeptide auto-including peptides in many gram-positive bacteria are detected by membrane-bound two components signal transduction system. So now we come to the bacteria part, which how many, well, almost all the bacteria causes the formation of biofilms. So we are discussing
Okay.
here the biofilm formation bacteria.
Eamon, if I might just to interrupt you there, sorry. It's been really interesting, the quorum sensing. I was just wondering, because we've kind of run out of time, would it be possible if you could summarize the last slide for us? And that would be, because we've run over time and the next speakers are already waiting. Would it be possible? Because,
Okay.
yeah, thank
So,
you.
I am doing in a very fast mode. So the biofilm forming bacteria, there are many like E. coli, Staphylococcus, and all the bacteria, they form biofilm, and they become resistant to the antibiotic by some few conditions. We see how the antibiotic resistant biofilm occurs. We can move to the 11th slide.
Okay, and yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
so this diagram is,
sorry, go
yeah.
on. Yeah, go on. Yeah, if you could just summarize this.
This diagrammatic this diagrammatic representation shows the antibiotic resistance of bacteria, which occurs through many stages. First is the proliferation and adaptation of bacteria to ensure the survival. And the second is when the adaptation occurs in a particular environment, these bacteria adapt themselves in such a way that they become resistant to antibiotic by some mutation and enables them to become resistant to antibiotic. Now the proliferation of antibiotic resistance bacteria shown in the third picture, which is blue in color, these all are antibiotic resistant bacteria. Antibiotic resistant bacteria can transfer its gene from one to another by some kind of a connection like conjugation, transformation, transduction. So other bacteria can also take up these antibiotic resistance capability and become antibiotic resistant. So how the biofilm is very hard to destroyed by the antibiotics as they become resistant. Next slide.
I think that's a good note to end on there, on how biofilms can develop antibiotic resistance. Yeah. So no, but thank you, Eamon, for joining us and explaining all of that. It's been really great.